Strange Planet with Richard Syrett from AM 740.
Does a cryptic passage in the New Testament predict the worst nuclear disaster in history? In the book of Revelation, 7 trumpets are sounded by the Lord, warning of impending apocalyptic events. Revelation chapter 8 verses 10 and 11 describe the third trumpet or warning. The third angel sounded his trumpet, and a great star, blazing like a torch, fell from the sky on a third of the rivers and on the springs of water. The name of the star is Wormwood. A third of the waters turned bitter, and many people died from the waters that had become bitter. Carl Gallups is a best-selling author, a broadcaster, and a senior pastor from Florida.
The Chernobyl nuclear disaster corresponded to the third trumpet of Revelation because the word wormwood, well, that's the English word translated from the Greek word that the New Testament was written in, but if it was written in Ukrainian, it would literally say the name of the star was Chernobyl.
The Chernobyl disaster of April 1986 was the worst nuclear power plant accident in history in terms of cost and casualties. During the accident itself, 31 people died. Another 50 emergency workers died soon after the accident from acute radiation syndrome, and long-term effects such as cancers are still being investigated. But does the damage caused by Chernobyl match up with biblical prophecy? Carl Gallups.
And when this thing happened, almost 30 years ago now, guess what the results were? It polluted the water and the soil. 200,000 people were evacuated from Chernobyl and the surrounding area. 500,000 people were affected. Thousands of people died. Many reports, some as recent as the last couple of years, predict that millions of people have been radiation poisoned and their health has been adversely affected and will literally die as a result of it. In Norway and Sweden, they're reporting soil contamination, water contamination.
But how could the Chernobyl nuclear plant be the wormwood of Revelation when the Bible verse says wormwood is the name of a star? Chernobyl is clearly not a star. Once again, Carl Gallups.
Do you really think John really saw a star hit the earth? Because a star is a sun. And we know that if our sun were just a few thousand miles closer to the earth, we would burn up. This is not a literal star. It's a messenger. It's a harbinger. It's an ominous warning. John said, I saw a star, and it looked like a flaming torch, and it fell from the heaven. Well, guess what happened at Chernobyl? On the night that nuclear reactor number 4 in the Chernobyl plant exploded, the concrete lid, several hundred tons of concrete, burst into tiny bits and shot over 1/2 mile into the sky, and all of that concrete rubble was ablaze and was on fire, and it fell from the sky from over 1/2 mile in the air like millions of flaming torches.
Whether wormwood is in fact Chernobyl is open to interpretation, as is most of Revelation. Regardless, Chernobyl was a catastrophic event, and the consequences will be felt for generations to come. No doubt there will be other such events, Fukushima being one example. Perhaps T.S. Eliot was right after all. This is the way the world will end. Not with a bang, but a whimper. I'm Richard Syrett.
Richard Syrett's Conspiracy Show airs live every Sunday night at 11 on Zoomer Radio, AM 740.
If you find this content compelling, please share this MP3 with your friends. And I hope you'll consider attending my upcoming live stage event, Follow the Truth 2, happening the evening of Sunday, April the 26th, at the Regent Theatre in Oshawa, Ontario. For more information, visit followthetruth.tv. You can order your tickets by calling the box office at 905-721-3399. That's 905-721-3399. 905-721-3399. Hope to see you there.